Hi guys, King Swamp's back. Second video of the day. This video will be all about the Parasaur, which is what I have in front of me. The Parasaur actually has a lot of forms in this game, different variants. And I'll go over each one with you as far as how to tame it and all its uses. So starting with Juggalo here, he's the basic Parasaur. And then blood color is a from the aberration map. It is aberrant. I'm not sure how to pronounce that correctly, but it pretty much makes it glows in the dark, and it is immune to radiation. That's not going to play any part on the island map, but on the aberration map, there is a zone that is highly irradiated, and regular dinos will take damage per second if they come across that area. So you definitely need one that has a aberration form to withstand the radiation. Next we have X-Parasaur from the Genesis 1 map. They have less health, less base health, but higher base damage, and their level cap is increased, so they can have a higher level gain than a regular Parasaur. Same goes with the R Parasaur here. Those are found on the Genesis 2 map. And then last but not least, we have the Tech Parasaur. So tech dinos, there's a few versions of them. They have tech trikes, tech quets, raptors, rexes, trikes. They, when killed, offer oil, element dust, metal instead of raw meat and hide. So what a lot of players will do is they'll get a male and female tech Parasaur. They're generally easy to raise, quick to breed, and then they will, once the babies are hatched, they'll slaughter the babies to get to be able to harvest the additional amount of those resources. But today we're gonna generally go over the bases and uses of the Parasaur itself. It is very common. It is a herbivore. It is skittish though once initiated in combat run. So we're gonna want to craft a bola. So we'll go hit these rocks. For some stone. Did that give me any? No, it did not. There we go. Need some fiber. We get by picking plants. We'll need some thatch. We'll get from a tree. We'll need some hide, so we'll have to kill something and skin it. I heard a dodo. Best easy source of hide. Sorry, dude. If you want more hide than meat, you use the hatchet. If you want more meat than hide, you use the pick. Now we can craft our bow. And nighttime is upon us once again. So in the last video we covered the Mesopithecus, the shoulder monkey, and we were unable to find one in the wild. If we do end up finding one, I still have the kibble in my inventory, and we'll go ahead and tame it on this stream. But I scoured the area. Normally I see 3 on a daily basis, but because we were on a live stream, none decided to show up. The Parasaur are very common. There are generally on every map. They spawn pretty much everywhere except for inside caves or in the snow biome. Don't see any over. We're also going to try to find a high level one too, if we can. The higher the level, the better the stats. They have decent stamina, and they make a great early game mount. Strictly better than the Fioma. I did have a saddle on hand, a Mastercraft saddle, so that's much better than the basic primitive saddle. So once we do find and tame one, I'll be able to slap a saddle on it and we can get going. The Fioma was the first dino that you have access to as far as crafting a saddle. But as we saw in prior videos, our Fioma died. So once you're at, let's double check when the Parasaur saddle is available. So once you're at level 9, you pretty much don't really have any more use for the Fioma other than a fertilizer farm. There's a Pegomastix. If he hits me, he's gonna steal something out of my inventory. I don't want to deal with that right now. There's a second one. If they steal my kibble, they'll automatically eat it, and that'll be a big hit. Because kibble is not acquired in the wild, you have to craft it yourself. Most of the time the hardest thing to get for the kibble is the dinosaur eggs themselves. I swear I'm cursed. Where is everything? Maybe I should have brought some night vision goggles. That's a trike. I better start getting some flint. I'm gonna need to craft another torch fairly soon. Need to find some stones. There we go. I should have enough stone and flint and wood, yeah. So when my torch goes out, I can just repair it. Otherwise, I'll be blind in the dark. The rain isn't helping my situation. Crawling through the dark. Instead of looking for the answers, I'm just looking for a parasaur. There's one. What level are you? Level 20. Too low for my taste. I hear a raptor. That trike is stuck between two trees. That would be an easy tame. Attack my bugs. Gotta hop on the wyvern and fly somewhere else. Something's down here. Biome. Useless. Oh, I accidentally killed a Parasaur, but that was a level 5. That's how easy the low levels. Parasaurs aren't generally meant for combat either. Might be flying too fast. caught in the trees. A lot of bases here. Pretty much have to wait till the sun comes back up to be able to find a parasaur effectively from the air. Sun should be coming up shortly. Gotta land to refill my stamina. Alright, here's a parasaur at level 95, so that's good. We'll take level 95. So we'll equip the bola, because once... Can't see now. But once we get a good view, we'll release the bola. That way the parasaur is not going to run anywhere, because he will take off running once we hit him. Where'd he go? It's like he melted in the dark. Come on, man. My torch back out. He was right there. Where? What is he doing? Oh, something aggroed on him because there's another one. What attacked? Because if one gets aggroed, then they'll all run. Is this still the level 90? No, that's a level 15. Of course. I need to find where the 95 went. Can't see anything. I'll go ahead and just kill this level 15, so... Something has been attacking everything here. That iguanodon's bloodied. Something besides me. Need to plan these streams better and start hunting at the beginning of the day instead of when it gets to nighttime. I think I see him. Yep, 95. Now that the sun is shining here, we can do this. Alright, we got him. Arrow to the head. Of course, there has to be shit here. Always. Alright, I think we successfully took out the threat. Troodons. Alright. Let me make sure the surrounding area is clear before putting any food in his inventory. I don't want to waste it if something comes along and kills it. I have to be careful not to hit it by accident. I like how it's sunrise and yet the exact part that I need to be is still covered in darkness. With all these trees blocking my line of sight. Alright, so that Triceratops is a friendly, so I don't see any signs of aggression around the area, so we're safe to start taming. We'll go ahead and give him the kibble. And just like that, he is now one of ours. Slap the saddle on him, give him some berries for food. Yeah, you don't ever really want to use kibble as a food source. Kibble's mainly for taming. This Parasaur's a boy. We're gonna name him Link, because he almost has Link's color scheme from The Legend of Zelda. pick Link up. If I can. Flying blind. Trees in the way. There we go. Drop them off here. Give our wyvern a break. Call Link off the roof. I'll go ahead and put the kibble away since it does spoil. I want to put it in the refrigerator and preserve it as much as possible. Actually, no. If we see the monkey, I need to hold on to the kibble. Alright, so starting off, Parasaurs, they don't have a very fast walk speed. But their sprinting is faster than a Phioma's. And unlike the Phioma, if you attack these bushes, you harvest berries. And a decent amount of berries at that. So you don't have to pick berries by hand anymore once you have a Parasaur and a saddle for it. They are going to be your first accessible berry harvester. And when you're able to harvest a large amount of berries, that means you can get a lot of narco berries, which are used with spoiled meat to make narcotics, which you can use to make the arrows to tame the stronger, more deadlier dinos. On top of that, you can use this large amount of stim berries to make stimulants for other potions and whatnot. And if you're raising dinos that need berries, having a berry harvester will save you a lot of time and work as to having to pick them by hand. So that's already one good use for the Parasaur. Decent berry picker. Secondary, it can use a radar with the left trigger. And if it detects an enemy, you'll get these red little blips on your radar. It won't tell you exactly what the enemy is, but at least if you're in an area, you'll know to be on guard. It could be anything from a little compy all the way up to a Rex. But if it's generally an aggressive dino, that's what will count as an enemy. In PvP, other players do count as enemies as well. If you put the Parasaur, it has a turret mode. In alert settings, you can change the alert settings to either go for players only, players or their tames, or creatures only, or all of the above. So if I would go to put it on turret mode, let's find something that's close enough that would count as a threat. I know I saw a Dillo around here. We'll just get closer to it. So even when I'm not riding it, putting it in turret mode actually still automatically uses that radar scanning ability. If it's another player that it detects, it will tell you the name of the player, I believe. Let's take them off turret mode. I know turret mode makes them more hungry. A third ability that the Parasaur has is if you're being attacked, just like this Dillo here is attacking us. Let's go somewhere where we can see it clearer. So this Dillosaur is aggroing us. If for any reason we feel like we can't beat it, just push down on the right thumbstick. Parasaur lets out a yell and the Dilophosaur retreats and won't aggro on us for a time period. This is a very useful. Anything that's the Parasaur size or smaller will run away from it. This does not work on larger carnivores like the Rex or the Giga, but starting out when raptors are a problem, it could be a whole pack of raptors after you. If you use that roar, the raptors will run away. It does have a long cooldown though, so use it wisely. If the Parasaur is attacked when you're not on it, it will automatically use that roar as well. So if you want to save it for when you really need it, you would go under alert settings, change auto frighten. You can turn that on or off if you have it in turret mode. The Parasaur can also harvest thatch and wood better than the Phioma can. And the Parasaur has a great carry, great weight capacity for a starter tame. Parasaur that's leveled up in health and melee can put up a fight against smaller dinos, but I generally use them to scout the area. Definitely not going to win against a Rex. Probably would have a hard time against a Carnotaur. But it should be able to survive if it's up against a single raptor. We'll go ahead and fight this Dillo. If you walk backwards while attacking, you can, as you saw right there, anytime you hit the enemy dino, it kind of stops in its tracks. So by walking backwards, you can win a fight that you normally won't be able to, especially if you have a low level Parasaur. But this only works on smaller dinos. So that's pretty much it for the Parasaur. It's got a lot of abilities, a lot of uses, because most of the dinos in this game only have like maybe 2 abilities. The Parasaur is definitely recommended for starting out. And if you're playing PvP, having one to watch your base at all times while you're online to let you know if somebody is close to your base or not, or if you should be on guard, that's very vital, because I know it's a cliche, but knowledge is half the battle. And knowing that your enemy is around will better prepare you for an ambush. So, if I had to give the Parasaur his report, it's not the best tame once you get to the late game, but it definitely has a lot of uses, and if it were to die, they're easily replaceable, easy to tame. So I'll give the Parasaur a B. And I highly recommend it if you're just starting out. A lot of uses. Alright, this is King Swamp signing off.